Hello, everybody. Father Scott Vanderveer here with another installment in our series on forgiveness. Based on the book, Everybody Needs to Forgive Somebody. I saw a sign once in a country scene of a road sign that was next to an unpaved road that had two tire tracks going down it. And the sign next to the road said, "Road unpaved for next 50 miles. Choose your ruts carefully." Don't you love that? If you're going to be on an unpaved road for the next 50 miles, you better choose your ruts carefully. Don't get into the divot that gets swampy or goes off into the reeds. I hope that you're picking the ruts that are dry and smooth and go forward. That is such a good image for not forgiving. Choosing your ruts. I'm going to stay in this rut. I'm going to stay right here in this rut, and I'm going to suffer and struggle. This is the rut that I'm going to stay in. This is where I am, and this is where I'm staying. What a good image. And we don't want that. Who wants that? No one wants that. So forgiveness is really about choosing not to get in a rut. And there's a couple of things that can help us to let go, to not cling, to not hold on to the things that would keep us in a rut. And here's a couple that I really like. One of them is what one author calls divine forgetfulness, which means let your thoughts about the offense get fuzzy. Have you ever had that experience where someone did something to you, and as you're thinking about it, for some reason you can't seem to conjure up the full offense? You're like, oh, what exactly did she say that was so bad? At that moment, don't go any further. If you can't remember right now what she said that was so bad, rejoice and be glad. You're not remembering something unhappy. Rejoice and be glad that you can't remember what that person said. That is your freedom. That is your way out. Rejoice and be glad that you do not have to stay stuck in a rut for 50 miles. Use that divine forgetfulness. Now, later on, you may remember, but then if you forgot once, you may forget again. Allow divine forgetfulness to help you on your way. Another image that I really like is very simple. It is, don't press on your bruises to see if they still hurt. If you had a bruise, you don't need to press on it to see if it still hurts. Let it heal. Things that people have done to us can leave bruises in us, and there's no reason to press on them to see if they still hurt. We can let them heal. There's nothing more beautiful, nothing more healing than to realize, oh my gosh, something that used to cripple me no longer does. We don't need to press on our bruises to see if they still hurt us. We can let them heal. Another thing that can be really helpful is, it's related to something we do here at St. Mary's quite often. When we try something and it goes badly, one of our little slogans, our mantras here on the staff is, feel the pain of that. Feel the pain. Let it burn a little bit, because it'll be the reminder not to do it again. If I decided to wing the homily and it was a nightmare, as it probably would be, if I did that, and I was winging the homily, and I felt, what I would say to myself is, ooh, feel this really good. Let this go deep. Let this pain go deep, because it is that pain that is going to remind me, don't do that again. Don't do that again. You don't want to go down that road. So in this case, it is, if we've been carrying the baggage of something someone's done to us and it's been very heavy, feel how heavy it is. Feel how heavy it is. If you are getting tired of carrying that baggage, glory be to God. It means you are no longer cherishing the rut you've been in. You want out. You want to put this down. You're tired of your hands cramping, your back aching, the blood flow being constricted. You're tired of it. You want to let it go. So let it go. That's what letting go feels like, is just, oh. Another thing that I think we have to be honest about is that in order to let go, we may not be able to feel a sense of trust. We may not be able to say, I trust that person now, or I want to see them again. If we're waiting for that to be how we feel, we might be waiting a long time. That might not happen. I don't know, but I'm saying it might not. If we need to feel differently than we feel, it might not happen. So we don't have to wait. We don't have to wait for our emotions to tell us when it's time to forgive. We can forgive and give our emotions time to catch up. And trust may return someday or may never return. Sometimes we forgive and forget, but other times we forgive and remember. But that doesn't mean we're carrying around the baggage of this past experience. We can let it go. Many of you know that my favorite prayer is the Serenity Prayer. And one of the reasons I love it so much is it feels like it applies to every situation, including forgiveness. God, grant me the serenity to accept all the things in life that I cannot change. Give me courage to change what I can, and give me wisdom to know the difference. So, give me serenity to accept all the things I can't change. The past. Can't change the past. Can't do anything about it. And so, the Serenity Prayer contains within it an awareness that we need to give those problems to God because we can't change them. They're gone. We can't go to the past. That's why I go back to that earlier definition of forgiveness from one of our first videos in this series. Forgiveness is finally giving up on the futile hope that the past could have been any different than it was. Maybe if I resent this person enough, I can change the past. No, we can't. What a helpful thing to know. So let's see if we can make continual progress on forgiveness. Maybe we can't expect to forgive and forget. Maybe we can't expect to forgive one time. Maybe we need to forgive over and over again every time a bitter feeling comes up. But it's not the same as making the decision to forgive in the beginning. It's just a recommitment to a decision we've already made. Maybe that's what Jesus meant when he said, you don't forgive one time or 7 times, but 70 times 7 times. You just keep forgiving as much as you need to be free. That allows us to have a windshield that's big and wide and a rear view mirror that's nice and small. The engineers who made our cars knew what they were doing. May God bless you as you work with me in my own journey of trying to forgive. And may God bless you all.